deal with adversity and being behind in a fight, being in with a great fighter like Jacobs and not giving up on himself. Just has to get back to the gym, back to the drawing board, make some improvements, and keep building on that character, keep building on the talent he has, because he has the character.
He looks like he's hardly broken sweat, Daniel Jacobs, that he could have done that for another 3-6 rounds, and for Arias, he was unraveling in the last couple.
Yeah, I don't think Jacobs ever felt out of control in the fight.
The only thing you can say is he didn't get the knockout. He didn't send a devastating message or a statement to the others, but I don't think he really needed to.
No, I don't think he really needed to. And honestly, Arias is not the kind of guy that's going to hand you the knockout on a platter. He did a good job surviving at the end. It's Chris Algieri right there, worked as a nutritionist for Daniel Jacobs. Ex-world champion Chris Algieri.
And there's the hugs and the respect. Yeah. After all the talk. Now Luis Arias played his part. It was a fun build-up, it really was. Wasn't a fun night for Luis Arias, but he will have learned a great deal. And for Jacobs,
let's go to the scorecards. Larry Hazard Jr. scores it 118-109. Julie Letterman scores it 120-107, and Steve Weisfeld has it 119-108. All three scores go to the winner by unanimous decision. The Miracle Man from Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York, Danny Jacobs.
Family and friends can celebrate. He is back winning again. Number 33 for Daniel Jacobs, who over the course of 12 rounds mastered Luis Arias, who tastes defeat for the very first time as a professional. New York celebrate.
Yeah, absolutely. A New York celebration. Daniel Jacobs solidifies his status among the best middleweights in the world. I still think he has a demand, and he has a gripe with being able to get a fight with Golovkin or Canelo. I think he deserves either of them.
That's what we want to see now for Daniel Jacobs. And I'm sure Luis Arias will be back in the mix of the middleweights, just underneath the very highest level. But Jacobs, it's job done. And that's what he told us he needed to do. Take care of business. The man in front of him, Luis Arias. And he did it in style. Max Kellerman is going to try and get a word with Daniel. And then we hope to as well.
Dominant win against a determined, undefeated opponent. I wasn't going to start here, but since you brought it up just now, you nodded to someone ringside and said, that's the doctor who saved my life.
Yeah, I want to send a major shout out to Dr. Harder right there in the crowd. I love you, Doc.
So how does it feel, not that this was for the title, but how does it feel now having knocked out Kid Chocolate, beaten Moore in the rematch the way you did, given Triple G the kind of fight you did, dominated this fight here in your home state, and you nod to the doctor over there, the doctor who saved your life. What are you feeling right now?
Life is blissful right now. I mean, I'm living in my dreams. All I want to do is impress the fans. All I want to do is be the people's champion. I have an opportunity to do that. And with my new showcase here at HBO, sky's the limit.
I said off the top of the show that this was a trap fight for you because you couldn't possibly have the same emotional motivation that you've had recently, given the magnitude of the fights you've had recently. And yet he did a lot of trash talking leading up to the fight. What did that do for you?
It added extra motivation, but I think at the end it deterred me from my game plan. Especially when I hurt him early on, I realized that I could hurt him, and I was trying to go for the knockout opposed to listening to my corner really putting it together. But, I mean, I've been out for about 8-9 months now, a little rusty. But now that I'm here, I'm active now. I have my new promoter, Eddie Hearn. He's going to keep me active, and we're going to be able to sharpen our skills up and go after the best.
You look pretty sharp to us ringside, Dan. You look like a prime fighter, a peaking fighter right now. So you're saying that the anger actually threw you off your game plan. We were saying ringside, you didn't allow that to happen. You you allowed it to make you intense without being careless. But you're saying it threw you off.
Just a little bit. I think when I hurt him in the first round, once I knew I could get him hurt, I guess I was kind of lunging over a little bit to try to throw them overhand rights. But he's a crafty guy. Much respect to Luis Arias and his team. I know it was a bunch of hype and build-up, but, you know, he's fighting for his family. That's the same as I. So you got to respect a guy like that. So cheers to him and his team.
Though it didn't appear that way right after the fight. He came over to hug you, and you didn't look at him the first couple times, like as though there was still bad blood.
I mean, this is boxing, you know. We in there to hurt each other, so it probably take a little bit to get it out of my system.
As I said, you look like a peaking fighter to us ringside. What do you want next? What in the immediate future, what do you want?
Well, I just want to stay active. That's my thing. I just really want to stay busy. I have my promoter, Eddie Hearn. He's going to keep me busy in the next 2018 and the next year. And I'm just looking forward to what he has in store because I know he has major plans for me, and I'm looking forward to see whoever wants to step up.
Most boxing fans would figure that there's a belt on the line, Saunders-Lemieux, and that if Daniel Jacobs gets the winner there, the winner of that fight would clearly be the leading guy to fight the winner of Triple G Canelo in the rematch. Something like that?
Something like that. That's exactly right. Well, we're going to invade Montreal. We're going to make sure that we're ringside so those guys see my face and then call them out afterwards. I've already made it clear through social media that I wanted to fight, and both guys denied me. So hopefully this performance and me being with you guys in the match room, they'll be forced to fight me.
Glad to have you, Daniel. Congratulations. Jim?
Yes, so a masterclass from Daniel Jacobs to defuse a previously unbeaten Luis Arias. Right, reaction to come straight after the break. Stay with us.
Boxing on Sky Sports, sponsored by Voltarol, the joy of movement.
No matter what your idea may be, register the perfect domain name before it's gone. The One-on-One Domain Explorer will find you the best matching results for millions of possible combinations. It all begins with the perfect domain, oneandone.co.uk.